Yes guys, this video we're also going to be trying it. I'm going to be giving away 1000 XRP in total. 5 people will win 200 XRP if this video can get 1777 likes within 24 hours. If you want to enter, all you have to do is make sure you press the like button, make sure you are subscribed, and make sure you comment something down below. That is it. You are automatically entered into the giveaway. Now guys, also make sure you follow my 5-Minute Crypto and my other channel. Links in the description. I haven't told you guys the name just quite yet. Having said that though guys, another big day, and I want to start it out with a small little recap because I think it's long overdue to really get you guys into all the stuff I've been talking about in the previous videos for a lot of you guys that miss out on them. And comment down below if you watch most of the videos or you miss out on a lot of them, every so often. It's important for me to know if I should, just quickly cover these for a couple of seconds or really just get into the news, the newer stuff straight away. So a little bit of a catch up. Ripple executive says 20% of Ripple net transactions occur using XRP. Now, as I said before, it is partially a recap of some of the statements we've seen before and partially some new information, as what has been kind of confirmed right now is that it has not changed, that all the info has been correct and that we know about it. It's a $10 trillion problem. Ripple will be part of that. But as of this point right now, all that Ripple has been up to, XRP has 1/5 of an influence in all of that, which is pretty important to see. Then I saw a lot of people ask me over on Twitter, what do you think about the Goldman Sachs guy joining Ripple? He's leaving the bank to join Ripple. And I explained to you guys in a video already that I think this change marks such a huge advancement for Ripple. It's not even normal. This might be, in my opinion, one of the biggest confirmations, bullish confirmations on Ripple as a company that I've ever seen. Literally the number one thing, because basically what it shows everybody out there is that banks don't have better technology than Ripple. Because I don't really think anybody that's working inside of a bank, working with foreign exchange, he's even an executive, not like a normal, like a lower up guy, he's an executive, he has a higher role. If you know your bank has some crazy technology that's going to change the game, then why would you work at Ripple for? Because what is Ripple really going to do for you then, right? If you know, all right, banks have greater technology than Ripple has, then literally there's no reason to switch over. Think about that one. Why would you ever switch over if you know that you had superior technology and you're working on something way greater than Ripple can do? If you think your bank is greater than Ripple becomes obsolete, you're not going to join an obsolete party then. So, that's what I thought about a little bit. XRP Stewart, and this is actually some stuff that we went over earlier as well. It's again a little bit of a recap, but some important freaking stuff that you guys need to know about is this conference that went on earlier in which Tom Emmer said, let me close the sound. Congressman Tom Emmer said, my position is very clear. XRP is not a security. And again, a lot of people got very excited about this. There are some controversies here and there because some say it's not that authentic, not that core. It's a paid program. Because as I said before, it's a little bit strange how Tom Emmer and Garlinghouse have now made a deal where he'll be sponsored in XRP for a couple of things, right? I saw where Ripple Foundation was going to send him XRP to support him for some things, which to me just sounds like a very stupid practice because, you're just sending him money for his campaign. I don't even understand what type of campaigns they go for because, I'm not even that good with the U.S. hierarchy in that regard, where I don't know how these congressmen exactly what type of thing they're going to go for and things like that. I don't even understand, right? I actually read it and I understood for a couple of minutes, but now that we're like a couple hours further, I have no idea anymore exactly what the hierarchy is. So basically, I don't know really what he's going to go for, and in the end, I don't know if he's going to make a change. The only part is if Tom Emmer were to ever get more power, then yes, honestly speaking, it's most likely going to be very, very good for XRP because they have good bonds. Also, Tom Emmer is not just some small fish in the sea. Tom Emmer, the guy that said XRP is not a security, in stream with Garlinghouse, is one of the earliest supporters for Trump. Here he is having dinner with him and a few others. And you might think this is not really that important because a lot of people have had dinner with Trump. The fact that he's a congressman that's sitting so close to him, because he's really literally next to him, and the fact that they're together pictured already, says something, right? It means he is at least something in this whole world. He has a role. He plays something in this guy, in this whole thing. See something else here? The Trump administration considers an old friend Ken Curson. Actually, I've never seen this before, but it's interesting to see from the New York Times. Ken Curson is an editor-in-chief at Observer Media. He wrote Esquire's Green column for 17 years, focusing on personal finance, financial investment, and financial technology. He also founded Green Magazine and published a book entitled The Green Magazine Guide to Personal Finance. That's all over at Ripple because he's at the board of directors, who apparently has an, I guess, connection to the Trump administration. Don't know too much about that. I'm just seeing it now and putting it up there for you guys to understand. Pretty damn crazy, guys, but that's what I think here. I think Tom Emmer is no small guy. Not a small fish in the sea. And thus him being excited about it, it's exciting to all of us as well, I would say. It should be. It should be. It's a pretty big deal. Then, this is, again, another very important part about it all. And the major reason for that is we saw before that XRP Ledger got their 1.6.0 upgrade. Right, we saw that here. Spring said, introducing XRP Ledger v1.6, which includes proposed changes to the XRP Ledger's consensus mechanism, hardening of validator server monitoring and notifications, compressed server bandwidth, and numerous bug fixes and optimizations, like I said in my first video of today. But another couple of points that are to be made there is that right now, we know Ripple is in a huge promotion round where they were doing some crazy advertising. At least that's what we've been speculating, because they've been advertising on all the social media platforms. At least people have notified me of that. I've only personally seen it on Twitter, not any other ones, but I do believe guys when they say that, because why would you lie about that? And Ripple said here on Twitter, are you a developer looking for faster, scalable, and more efficient payment processing? See what's new on XRP Ledger today on Ripple. And I don't know if this is just a post for the public or if this is also another promoted post to get developers on there, right? Because we all know with platforms like with Ripple, maybe has in mind for XRP still to become a little bit more of a platformer with a couple of coins on there and a couple of systems working with it, like Flare now working with it, at least working in junction or working together with them to a certain degree. But they want to get more developers on because, well, really, your core community should be based upon developers if you want to go for a platformer. Otherwise, it ain't going to work. And what I'm thinking about, maybe they're doing this right now to get a lot of attention to the fact that they're developing, and they want to develop even harder and more things and just get out there, right? And doing that just before your IPO is always smart, because the more people that join recently before your IPO, the more interested, the more fresh they'll be looking into it. And let's say you do right now, you do a big marketing campaign, and then in 3 years, you're going to do your IPO. Everybody's going to forget about it. The fresher you are, the fresher minds, the fresher they're working on projects, the more they're going to be looking it up, the more they're going to be committing to their GitHubs and all of that, the more people will be notified about it, the better it's going to be. So any campaign right now is good to do just before IPO, which is something we're all thinking about here. I'm not expecting it because it's not a certainty, it's not a given, but I'm thinking about it because an IPO could be looming here. And I want to be one of the first guys who's in there. If there's an IPO coming, I don't even know how I'm going to be buying it, but I'll do my best and I'll get into it. I don't even know how, but again, guys, trust me on that one. I'll arrange something. I'm going to do so hard. I'm going to do my best so freaking hard. I'll get in there, because as I said before, I'm one of the biggest XRP and Ripple bulls for that one right there, guys. I think it's going to be freaking, ooh, it's going to be freaking amazing. All right, moving forward though, because I can talk about this for an entire day. We should move on. Watch Brad Garlinghouse live. At least that was what they did. He was asking Brad Garlinghouse some questions. I'm gonna assume this is real, because again, why would he lie about that? Can't verify this one though, because I don't know where to verify from. But if it is fake, let me know in the comment section down below. I think it's real, but if it's not, let me know, as I said before. All right, so take it with a grain of salt just to be sure. I'm thinking this is just in the official interview. There was just a question section. However, to a certain degree, it's kind of strange that somebody, or who is this? Like, who is the questioner? Tristan Stevens. Is that like the guy we saw just now a couple things earlier? Is that the guy we saw? Wait, where was it now? Wait, where did it go? Stefan, was it this one? The bottom? Was it? No, this is Ken Curson. All right, I messed up the name here for a second. I don't know. Okay, no, it's just everybody, because I see Alex Cobb in there as well. It's just everybody could ask questions, so I'm going to assume this is legit and not Photoshop then. Hey Brad, I was wondering if you could speak on the implementation of Flare. He said, from my point of view, Flare is combining the best of XRP, very fast settlement, Ethereum, and Avalanche, which helps extend XRP's utility and allows developers to create smart contracts for new use cases like lending and DE. So that's again why I'm thinking they want developers on there as well as soon as possible and as much as possible, because there's new ventures trying to be explored, and especially now that Ethereum 2.0 is not doing that well, maybe it's a good shot for them to hop in or things like that. Then Alex asked him something. He didn't reply. It's an interesting question anyway. Mohammed asked him though, do you believe a digital asset can be as liquid as a G10 country currency? If yes, how far in the future do you see this happening? Brad said, without a doubt. I'm reticent, I don't know what that means, to predict timing. Even things like have impacted the pace of digitization of everything, so hard to predict. And Tristan, and by the way, guys, again, I'm not a native English speaker. Please don't be so cruel in the comment section saying you mispronounced these words, you stupid idiot. Because I try my best, right? All right. So Tristan asked Brad, what is in the works with Bank of America? He said, I can neither confirm nor deny, blah, blah, blah. That sounds so fake. I don't know. It just, when I read this, I'm like, did he really say that? And also, why did he not capitalize the I? Which is why I'm like, man, that sounds kind of weird, for him to do. On the contrary, maybe that's the style, right? Because a lot of people over there, at least that's what I've experienced in America, they don't capitalize the first letters of sentences, which, I'm not going to say a couple of you guys that don't do that are degenerates, because I don't want to be rude, but it's a little bit odd, for me as a foreigner. I don't know why people don't capitalize the first letter of a sentence. I always learned that back in school, so I think it's a little bit odd. But since Brad Garlinghouse doesn't do it either, I guess I can confirm it's also the brightest of us that don't do it. Maybe it's just a cultural thing. I don't even know. Maybe it's just laziness. Have no idea. I thought it always I don't know. I'm just used to capitalizing it all the time. Let me know if you do that. You don't capitalize the I's in the first letters of sentences. And also this one, I'm assuming is real, because otherwise people would have pointed it out. It's an interesting statement, though, coming from him. Right? But it's the truth. He can't confirm, can't deny those types of things. Sonny asked, hey, Brad, what do you think Ripple's biggest challenge in the coming months is going to be? I'm going to talk about this with Emmer's, all right? Then I saw a couple other ones, right? There's more. Here we go. So let's see the biggest challenge. I'm going to talk with Congress Emmer soon. Brad, what do you think? Or what steps do the U.S. lawmakers need to do to let America lead the way in crypto and fintech? Also, we'll cover this. Hey, Brad, I have a question. I've heard you speak on the past. How far along would you say Ripple and XRP are in the replacing Swift Marathon? Do you feel significant ground has been gained? I recently tweeted that we have done more than 7 billion in transactions on RippleNet. Great start, but still very early in the marathon. Brian said, two-part question. 1, is this still the year of the digital asset? And 2, how do you see XRP positioned? He said, I've tweeted about this. The fiat currency stimulus by governments globally will certainly be a very positive non-inflationary assets, including crypto. So yes, I think 2020, 2021 are likely to be very good for the crypto MA. There is a character limit here. All right. And the next one, hello, Brad. Hope all is well. The XRP community believes SBI Ripple Asia will be going into production this year with LDL this year. Are these plans still going ahead, and how excited are you about this? He says, optimistic for sure and making progress. No public statements yet about timing. Robert Licker says, does the panel feel OCC acting controller Brooks, all right, will be able to provide further clarity in September/October, and maybe we'll finally get classification on XRP? He said, I expect I'll touch on this with Congressman, which is an interesting statement to keep on making, because I want him to just write it down below so we know it. Him saying it out loud is a little bit less strong. Lowell was worth a shot, he says. Lowell can't reply to everything here. It kind of feels fake the way it's going, but I believe it's completely honest, guys. So I'm assuming the full, because all the names here, just the most prominent XRP figures are in there as well. XRP Stewart here, and a couple other guys that just really know, and that he didn't answer to Brad Garlinghouse or to Alex Cobb also makes it more legit. Like, a question like that is hard to answer. Somebody asks how you keep your beard just trimmed. And the last one is another important one. Brad, can you please speak to if you believe Ripple's technology will ultimately be implemented by FedNow? He said FedNow is domestic. For now, Ripple is primarily focused on the cross-border. But certainly the opportunity to integrate seamless real-time cross-border into FedNow makes sense. Need to get FedNow live first, though. And again, that was kind of the conclusion of all of this. Brad on foot and more. Somebody else. Okay, the last one. Greeting Garlinghouse, while there's an abundance of evidence of the utility of XRP, in your opinion, why do you feel there's still a lot of resistance in adoption? And as a follow-up, yet again, in your own opinion, why are these there's so many people that claim XRP is a scam. It says I try to ignore the FUD and focus on the reality. XRP is extremely efficient, which makes it ideally suited for payments, but I'm bullish on the other crypto as well. And then Brad DC drew this interview with Brian Brooks yesterday. He used to pack a briefcase full of money and fly it. Example that you always use. He says, I saw that. Brian is great. All right, that was it. Let's skip it for now. I hope that was all the most important ones. I think so. It's cool to see, though, guys, that these guys are asking questions that are actually being answered. Was it fake? Was it real? Let me know. I actually cannot confirm it because I don't know exactly how they did it. But that's maybe because I've been left in the dark a little bit. Been a very, very busy day with the normal things, and thus I've not been too updated with the Congress man's talks with Emmer. I don't know how they did it. But then it doesn't matter. We got the most important stuff out of there anyway, so that's pretty damn good. And then something I'll be talking about later today. Ripple competing with existing money transfer agents, IMF. Ripple is challenging the establishment payment infrastructure, the IMF says. We'll check it out later today, so make sure you stay subscribed and check those out because it's going to be a pretty crazy episode once more. Thank you all for watching. See you again in another crypto video, and take care, everybody.